What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I decided to do a favorite skincare video. I am not going to show you like my nightly routine. This is strictly just what my favorite skincare is. To give you guys a little rundown on my skin, I am combo dry. So right in my T-zone, I do have pores. I get pretty oily during the summer there, and then the rest of my face is very, very dry. I get the little dry spots and everything. It's no bueno, especially in the winter. Whew, it's bad. I wanted to share with you guys my favorite skincare products at the moment. I am planning on doing a whole new skincare regimen once I finish up with my everyday stuff that I use now. I want to start adding more of those like resurfacing, skin rejuvenating properties into my skincare regimen because I do have a lot of just like bumps all over my skin. Not necessarily acne, but they're just like little bumps. I'm definitely going to look into that once I'm done with all of this, and I'm probably going to switch over to more Aloe Henrikson because I've liked their products. Yeah, so if you guys want to see what my favorite skincare products are, plus two things I don't really like, then just keep on watching this video. Alright, so let's start off with cleanser. So this is the cleanser I have been using for years now. It's the Kate Sommerville Exfolikate Cleanser Daily Foaming Wash. This stuff is absolutely incredible. I feel like whenever I don't use this, I always get acne spots everywhere. I always have more bumps than normal. I just feel like my skin is not the same without this. It does recommend that you use it AM and PM twice a day, and then it says they do recommend using it with the Exfolikate exfoliator, but I don't use that. I actually use a different exfoliator with this. But the reason I really like this is it's more of a cream base. So since my skin is so dry, I don't like the super slippery types, like the clear gels. I feel like they really just suck out all the moisture in my face. This one, my face does not feel super dry afterwards. It feels nice and cleansed. It does get off all of your makeup. Sometimes if I'm wearing kind of like a full face like what I have on today, I do have to go in with makeup wipes to kind of help get off my mascara, but you can always just go in with just like an oil-based balm or something to kind of help that. But I absolutely love this. I've lived by this. I'm actually kind of scared to switch over to a different cleanser because I know my skin is just going to freak out. I do want to kind of try new things, so that's the reason why I want to switch over to a whole new regimen, but I'm probably going to buy a backup one of these just in case I need to kind of switch back to it. But I highly recommend you guys try this out. It's good for all skin types. That's what it even says on the back. You can use it if you're oily, if you're dry, whatever combination, normal. You can use this. The reason I don't use the exfoliator with this is because the exfoliator is like $100 and I don't want to spend that money on exfoliator, so I found other ones that I've liked better. The exfoliator I'm going to be talking about today is actually one that I think Jaclyn Hill recommended. So the exfoliator that I've recently been using is the Bliss Micro Magic Skin Renewing Microdermabrasion Scrub, it looks like. This is so good. It has super tiny exfoliators in it that just feel like it is just doing the job. It really gets rid of all that dry skin. After I'm done and like rinse it all off, my skin feels really clean and it just feels super soft. I love the way that this works. If you do have sensitive skin, I would not recommend this to you. It is pretty tough on your skin. I would recommend getting one of those exfoliators with the little beads in it. Those are a lot more gentle on your skin. This one is pretty rough, but this does its job. It recommends to use 2 to 3 times per week, which is what I do. I do use it 2 to 3, just kind of like depending on the week and depending on if I remember to use it. So I bought this at Ulta. I think they only sell it at Ulta. It's in like a really weird section. It's not near like all of the skincare. Bliss has its own like little section that you kind of have to find, so it was a little bit hard to find, but they do have it on their website, so I'll be sure to link it down below for you guys. Let's move on to toner. So the toner I've been using is the Thayers Witch Hazel Aloe Vera formula in Rose Petal. This stuff smells so good, and I've seen amazing transformations with this on people's skin. You put just like a cotton ball up to the top or one of the big cotton pads, and you just put it all over your skin once you're done cleansing. So this is alcohol-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free, gluten-free. So I will have to use this a little bit more and let you guys know. I have used this pretty regularly in the past and I have noticed a difference. I just haven't been really keeping up with this. But if you want a good cheap drugstore toner, I highly recommend checking out the Thayers ones. They do have other scents that you can get, so if you're not interested in rose, you can always go grab the other scents that they have. Next, let's move on to moisturizer, and I actually bought the wrong moisturizer the last time I picked this up. I was in a hurry, grabbed the wrong one, but it's actually been doing okay for me. So I use the Belif True Cream. This is the Aqua Bomb. I usually use the one that's the cream consistency. I will link it down below. I'll also link this one. This one is a gel consistency. Looks like this on the inside. I feel like this will be better for me in the summer when I'm a little bit more oilier, because it does increase your hydration. That's what it says, but it doesn't really make me feel like I'm hydrated for super long. So I wish I would have picked up my other one. I highly recommend, if you're super dry, getting the cream form. It says that this refreshing gel cream provides weightless yet intensive hydration. I agree, it is weightless. I don't really know if it's intense. You might feel it more on combo oily skin, but for me, I kind of prefer the cream because I just think it gives me more hydration. This again was from Sephora. I think it was about $36. So these two combined are not a super expensive daily skincare from Sephora. There are some things that can get pretty pricey there, but those are probably the two cheaper ones from there. Next, let's move on to eye cream. So I actually have two eye creams that I want to talk about. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Eye. I actually bought this in the super mini tiny size because Kathleen Lights raved about it a while ago. She talked all about it and she said she loved it and how it made her eyes appear super bright the next day and her dark circles were gone. I honestly didn't really see that. This stuff is super hydrating though. But it says that it's a restorative concentrate of essential oils and botanicals for a fresher, younger looking eyes by morning. So this claims that it's going to give you fresher, younger looking eyes by morning, which I did not find the case. It is still a very good eye cream though. I did find that my eyes were a little bit more plump underneath. I do have those creasings underneath that you guys know. Looked super bad when I used that Essence makeup, but when I used this, I felt like my creasing wasn't as bad. I did only use this at night. It's not a day eye cream. So I would still check this out if you guys are looking for an eye cream. I didn't really see the results I wanted, but it still was a really good eye cream. It still was super hydrating and it did help with those lines. So I would still recommend checking this out. Now, an eye cream that has really been helping my eyes. I've actually been seeing a difference with this. And the bottle is gigantic. It's so big. This is the Key West Aloe Cucumber Under Eye Gel. So I actually bought this from Key West when I was on vacation. We found this little aloe store and I was like, oh, let's go in there. I know aloe has amazing benefits for your under eyes and for just your skin in general. So we decided to go check it out and I ended up getting this. I'm so happy I did. So this says that it has 80% aloe in it and it's supposed to relieve puffiness, which it does. It says it helps correct, reduces dark circles, minimizes puffiness, firms fine lines, and eliminates signs of fatigue. This has 1.5 ounces in it. Now, if you know eye creams, you know they usually come in 0.5. Look at the difference between these two bottles. You get so much product with this. This was about $25. I think they have a website. I will link it down below. Hopefully they have a website because I'm going to need to buy more of these. I have really seen a difference in my under eyes since using this. So I use this every single night and in the morning. My concealer goes on so smooth. I have been noticing that my creasing under my under eyes, my little wrinkles, are actually starting to go away, and I've only been using this for a week and a half. My dark circles are not nearly as dark as what they used to be. Highly recommend checking this brand out. They also have every type of skincare product possible. They have serums, they have moisturizers, cleansers. I just didn't want to try anything. The only thing I really wanted to try was this eye cream, since I already had a skincare regimen. I actually might go back and try some of those because this is really good, and I bet that other stuff is really good. I will use this for a while. So next I'm going to move on to just a facial spray. You guys know I adore and love this. It's the Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I haven't been using it as much as I used to ever since I got that Wet n Wild one, but I still use this on my face when I'm just done doing my skincare. It really refreshes, makes you feel hydrated, and it just leaves your skin looking super glowy too. So highly recommend this. I will never stop talking about this. Test the sprayer before you buy it, because I got a really crappy sprayer on mine, so I have to like pour this into like one of the little travel size bottles that I have, and it's kind of a pain, so check that first. All right, we're going to move on to masks now. So I have 7 masks to talk about, and a couple of them are ones that I actually don't like. So we'll move on to ones that I do like first. This is the Loreal Pure Clay Mask, and it's the pore clearing one. This, I have seen a difference with my pores. It really cleanses out all of your pores. It extracts all that gunk in them, and you actually can see it when it's on your skin too. So if you guys know and love the Glam Glow one, I actually didn't love that one, but the Glam Glow one, how it shows like the little dark spots, like where your pores are and where it's extracting stuff, this is exactly what this one does. So that is a total dupe for the Glam Glow one. This one smells really good too. I love putting this on because it smells super good. Definitely recommend trying this one out if you guys like the Glam Glow masks. This is definitely a dupe. I haven't tried out their other ones yet. I'm still probably gonna pick those ones up soon. I think there's like a brightening one and like a toning one. I could be totally wrong, but try these ones out. I want to say they're about $15 at Ulta, and they also sell them like Target and other places like that, since it is a drugstore brand. This is another pore mask that I have been using, and I love it. It is the Aloe Henrikson Cold Plunge Pore Mask. This is the one that comes out like that super like bright blue color. It's super fun to wear because it's so bright. This one is amazing. So what you're supposed to do with this one is apply an even layer to your clean face, leave on for 15 minutes, and then you add cool water and lather it, and then you rinse it off. I have seen a major difference in my pores using this. I'm actually using this one a lot over the Loreal one ever since I got this. I'm supposed to use it 2 to 3 times a week. I've only been using it maybe 1 time a week. I'm gonna start using it like 2 to 3 times a week though, because of this difference I see in my pores after this. Once you do start using it, you do start to get little pimples because it does resurface all of that stuff in your pores. The good thing about having to rinse this off with cold water is that it helps close your pores. So when you use a mask, you're supposed to use it after like a steaming shower, or you're supposed to kind of put warm water on them to help open your pores, and then the cold helps close them so that nothing can get in them, so that all that gunk just stays out. This is amazing, and it honestly is super refreshing, washing it all off with the cold water. But this was about $36 again at Sephora. I will not be putting this down, and I will be repurchasing this. Now, for all of you dry girls out there, there's this Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. There's good and bad things to this one. The good thing is, so you put it on before you go to bed, you leave it on overnight, and then you wake up and your skin is supposed to be super hydrated and glowy, and you're supposed to feel super refreshed. Which is true, that does happen. I do feel like I get super hydrated overnight when I have this on. But the thing that I noticed is this clogged my pores really bad. I felt like after using this, I had to go in my T-zone and use one of my pore clearing masks, because I felt like this just clogged everything up. I started getting pimples, I was breaking out. I try not to use this in my T-zone if I am going to use it, because this part is the part that gets dry anyway on me, not usually my T-zone. My nose gets pretty dry, but that's about it. So I will use this on other parts of my face, and I won't really leave it on overnight. I'll usually only leave it on like for 10 to 15 minutes, like what you usually do with other ones. So if you're really dry and you don't have super big pores, you will like this. Oilier and combination skin, I would say pass on this. You don't need it. I probably am gonna throw it out. I've only used it a couple times. It's not really my favorite. So now I have a couple masks from the brand Formula 10. This is the brand from Ulta. I bet you guys have seen a lot of these. They're super cheap. Let me give you a little bit of the info on these. So I have 3 different ones. I have the Bee Berry Radiant Resurfacing AHA Mask Grape and Apple. I have the Get Your Glow On Skin Brightening Peel Mask, Papaya and Citrus, and then I have the Draw It All Out Skin Detoxing Peel Mask with Charcoal and Plum. Let me start with this Radiant Mask. So I've tried this one to 2 times. When you put it on, it does kind of give you like a little bit of a tingling sensation. I don't have anything bad to say about this yet. I do have to try it a little bit more to see if it really does help with resurfacing. But I don't have anything bad to say. Like, there's nothing good or bad about this yet. This one I don't really have much to say either. I've tried this like 1 to 2 times and I really did not see a difference. Like, I expect from a skin brightening mask like this that it's going to immediately make your skin look brighter and more hydrated, but that's not the case. So I'll have to try this one a little bit more as well. But the one that I don't like is the Skin Detoxing one. I did not see anything with this. I use this, like it says you're supposed to use it 1 to 3 times per week on alternative days. Yeah, I use this like it said. I used it for like a month straight and I saw nothing. This kind of was like another mask that I'm going to talk about in a second, and I just used it and used it and used it, and I did not see anything with this. It's not worth your money. It's only like $6 at Ulta, but it's not worth it. There's better ones out there that are just as cheap, if not a little bit more, that are way worth your money. The last one I have to talk about is the Origins Clear Improvement Mask. Now, as you can see, I have used this one to death because I was trying to see if it was doing anything for my skin. I still had pores. My pores were still super big. It still looked like they were always clogged. Like, I just did not see any improvements with this. But I did see improvements with the Loreal one, and it's a lot cheaper. So I recommend skipping on the Origins one. A lot of people have said they've liked it. A lot of people have raved about it. I personally don't like it. So I guess there's kind of good and bads. People do say that it works amazing wonders for their skin, but that's not the case for me, so I did not like this one. That's all I have for you guys with my skincare. I will do an updated skincare routine once I buy all of those and kind of have been using them for a little bit and give you guys a little bit of an idea of if I like it or if I'm going to go back to my old regimen. Just a little disclaimer, if you guys use these products that I mentioned that I do not like in this video, don't get offended. If you like it, you like it, it works for your skin, great. It doesn't work for me, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world and that you have to stop using it because it doesn't work for me. So keep using all of your products if they work for you, and don't base it off of someone just because they said they don't like it. If you guys enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.